The dreams are why we live. The silent city sprawls forever, a gargantuan circuit board pulsating with electrical currents and digital data streams, filled with dark skyscrapers and relentless wiring, veins of power crisscrossing under and above the earth. All of humanity dwells within this immense apparatus, each individual blissfully encapsulated in a self-imposed solitary confinement. 500 years in the future, humanity has solved the problem of mortality. There is no death, and the only sickness is life. The apartments, if they can still be called that, are uniform cubicles stacked upon each other in the colossal high-rises or tucked into corners of repurposed warehouses, schools, churches, or shopping malls. Inside each, a single room houses the omnipresent VR immersion pod, colloquially known as the pretending pod or the pleasure pod. These devices are the pinnacle of human technology, sophisticated enough to simulate any conceivable reality. While plugged in, one can reign as a deity over an invented universe or experience the thrill of conquering empires that never existed. Any and every fantasy of power and pleasure can be indulged to the absolute fullest, and it is felt and experienced as indistinguishable from reality during the experience. The artificial is indistinguishable from the real. Each citizen lives alone, for no human wants or needs any interaction with any other human. The only connections are the vast network of power grids and communication lines. There are no meals, for food is synthesized into nourishment and delivered through automated systems. There is no need for large living spaces, as real-life interaction has become obsolete. The work of the city is the only interruption to the otherwise continuous indulgence in virtual ecstasy, and the only purpose of the city's work is to maintain the continuous indulgence in virtual ecstasy. People work in shifts. While one half of the city's population indulges in their pods, the other half ensures the uninterrupted supply of power needed to sustain the network of supercomputers that defines each life. After completing a shift, the workers return to their pods, and the other half of the population goes out into the city to continue the work. They toil in bored, malcontented silence, monitoring, adjusting, and maintaining the sprawling grid that powers the city and its dreams. Their only role in the real world is ensuring the flow of energy that sustains the collective escapism and maintaining the automated systems that sustain their existence. There is no other reason to be outside of a pod. The city appears deserted at any given time, half its population locked away in fantasy, the other half working on power lines or on biosustained systems underground or inside cyborganic architecture. Streets are dingy and practically unused. What few public spaces remain are relics, unvisited museums of a bygone era when human presence was necessary. Most spaces have been repurposed for some appendage of the computer. More power, more computations. The occasional maintenance bots that scuttle through the streets or the rare transport shuttles are the only signs of movement or life. No children are playing. No couples are strolling. No old men are playing chess in the parks. No old women are sitting on benches and knitting or chatting. All activities belong to the virtual worlds. If any human wants the experience of a happy, joyful park, then the computer will provide that through the pod. Anyone can experience the ancient communal lifestyle, tailored to perfect precision. Nothing is done in the real world if it could be done in the virtual. This is why there is almost no talking between humans. There is no need to talk. There is only one task, one objective for any person experiencing the real world: to return to the virtual world. There is only one reason for any person to be experiencing the real world: to perform the work required to maintain the virtual world. The inhabitants, when they do meet, which is rare, and always work-related, speak in terms of code, updates, and system checks. Their diction is technical, the prosody absent, their syntax primitive. Their interactions are brief and perfunctory. Human emotion, desire, and interpersonal connection are explored and experienced, but only within the confines of the pods. The real city is silent, except for the permanent hum of the grid and the occasional buzz of the drones. The city is now the computer. The computer is now the city, decentralized and fragmented, designed for resilience and optimized functionality. The primary processor, the sole processor in a previous iteration, is housed in a cluster of skyscrapers in what used to be downtown. It is a towering structure visible from anywhere in the city, but it is rare that anyone ever looks at it. It is even more rare that anyone thinks about it as a device, a machine, a physical thing. But people think about it ceaselessly as the abstract concept of the source of all meaning, purpose, and pleasure. It is not just their god, but the fabric of the cosmos itself. The people are enmeshed in a neo-religion, an all-encompassing monotheism and transcendental pantheism. Few people ever think about anything else, even for a moment. Humanity is indistinguishable from the computer. They sustain the computer, and the computer sustains them. They are one organism, a megastructure supercomputer dedicated to its own pleasure. Humanity is permanently happy. They're miserable while awake in the real world, but infinitely happy during their time in their pods. No one thinks about what humanity has become. A supercomputer dedicated to its own pleasure. A civilization that has outsourced its emotional and sensory needs to algorithms and servers. Humanity has arrived at its end state of eternally satisfied impulses and desires. The computer and the pods provide all possible sensations of pleasure and power, forever